You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, Friday, Lil Duval was up here and he said this. So say you met a girl and she didn't tell you she was a transgender.
That ain't a girl. I met a boy. That means I met a boy.
After 4 months, she told you I had sex, and then after
we not having sex. We not having sex.
Yes, after 4 months, y'all had sex, and she said, Duval.
This might sound messed up, and I don't care. She dying. I can't deal with that.
No, that's a hate crime.
I can't do that. Nah, dog, you manipulated me to believe in this thing. My mind, I'm gay now.
I do think
I'm gay.
No, you're not. She's a woman.
No.
Now, on Friday, he also said this.
I do agree that you are taking away a person's power of choice.
Yeah.
When you don't tell them up front. That's why when Janet Mock was there, she said she tells.
There should be some type of repercussions for that if you do that to somebody.
You should go to jail or something.
Some
charges be pressed.
So until then, I'm going to have my own repercussions.
When Janet Mock was there, she said she tells all her partners. She didn't tell the first one.
Who?
Janet Mock. She's
Who is that?
A transgender activist.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Beautiful person.
Okay.
But you can't go around killing transgenders.
I'm not gonna kill transgenders. I didn't say. See, here you go trying to flip my words. I didn't say I'm gonna kill transgenders. I said if one did that to me,
if you had sex with one and then they didn't,
and they didn't tell me, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm probably gonna want to kill them.
Well, people were mad at the Breakfast Club. Said we shouldn't allow them to say that and are boycotting the Breakfast Club. So we're asking.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, if you actually listen to the interview instead of listening to the manipulated clip that people have been circulating, you specifically heard us tell him that you can't do that.
Absolutely.
It's a hate crime. I specifically said you can't go around killing transgenders. Well, I said that verbatim.
Now, one thing I do want to say, though, is that it has been something for me that's been really important for us to get information about the transgender community and be more educated about it, which is why I had Janet Mock come to the show, which is why I feel like we've always up here advocated for equal rights for everyone, no matter what gender that you identify with. So that's never been an issue for us.
I mean, listen, I don't have no problem with having a conversation with anybody. I will sit around and kick it with anyone. And a lot of times to the detriment of my own
but
self.
You know what I don't like? If I don't know and I'm asking a question, it's not because I'm trying to be funny. It's because I honestly don't know.
Hey, you know what I don't like? I don't like people trying to hold me accountable for the words of another man. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not apologizing for the words of Lil Duval.
Right, and I think it's very clear if you listen to the whole entire interview, you can hear that none of us are like, yes, Lil Duval, that's what you should do.
We condemned it.
Lil Duval even reneged on it later on in the conversation.
Yes, you know when he reneged? When I told him that you can't go around killing transgender women.
He knows that. But I understand the hurt for that community with things that have been happening. So I'm not going to take away from how they feel about it, but I just want to make sure it's expressed that we have never in any way, we didn't say those comments and we didn't agree with them.
My whole thing is focus the energy on the right person. If all you people out there calling for me to apologize, I'm telling you right now, I am not apologizing for the words of another man. If we are going to get to the place where we start, if we're taking accountability for the things our guests say, then we don't need to have no guests.
Well, let's go to the phone lines. We have Sandra on the line. Sandra, good morning.
Good morning.
What do you think, Mama?
You guys should not be held accountable for what other people say. That makes zero sense. Duval's a grown man. He can say whatever he wants, and he doesn't have to agree. I feel like with the whole transgender situation, it's still fairly new. People don't really understand what's going on in their bodies, what's going on in their minds, and some people aren't comfortable with it yet, and that's okay. Transgender people need to respect that. Other people just don't get it yet.
Can I ask you a question, Ma? Did you hear us specifically tell Duval he can't go around saying he killing transgender people?
I did. Yep, you did say that.
Okay, just making sure. You heard us tell him that was a hate crime, right?
And when he referred to
Mama.
Janet Mock as a dude, I said no, she's a woman.
Hello, who's this?
This is Mimi.
Hey, Mimi. We're talking about some of the comments that Lil Duval made on Friday. What do you think?
Okay, so for one, you can't have no whole radio station accountable for what one guest said. And number two, we is too sensitive nowadays. What are we offended about now, America? Oh, he said that he wouldn't sleep with me. Oh, he said he don't like me. Enough is enough. Grow some, excuse my French, balls.
Well, I will say it's not the fact that he said he wouldn't sleep with them. It's the fact that he said
that person would be dying.
Yeah, that they would die. Because I mean, a lot of the
He didn't mean it. He ain't mean it.
But a lot of transgender women are dying. You know, at a I don't know the exact rate, but they are out here getting killed. So
right,
I
it is
understand
a
that.
danger for that community, and they are living in fear. So I understand being upset about that, but I do feel like we continue to have the conversation, and he did retract that statement.
Just be mad at the right person. And once again, I'm telling you right now, I'm not apologizing for the words of another man, especially when we condemned those words.
Right.
Exactly.
All right. Well, 800-585-1051. If you just joined us, Lil Duval was on the show Friday. He had this to say. So say you met a girl and she didn't tell you she was a transgender.
That ain't a girl. I met a boy.
And after
That means
4
I met a boy.
After 4 months, she told y'all had sex, and then after
We not having sex. We not having sex.
Yes, after 4 months, y'all had sex, and she said, Duval.
This might sound messed up, and I don't care. She dying. I can't deal with
No.
that.
That's a hate
nah,
crime. You can't do
I
that.
can't do that. Nah,
You
dog,
can't do that.
you manipulated me to believe in this thing. My mind, I can't. I'm gay now.
I do think
I'm gay.
No, you're
girl
not.
now.
She's a
No,
woman.
no.
People are upset. They did a hashtag. What is it? Boycott the Breakfast Club.
Boycott the Breakfast Club, and I don't even know if it's politically correct to say that transgenders are boycotting
Stop
the
it.
Breakfast
All
Club.
right. 800
No jokes
585
now.
It's not a joke. It's serious.
1051. What are your opinions? Hello, who's this?
Oh, this is Marcia Envy. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you feeling this morning?
Oh, I'm lovely. How are you?
We're doing pretty well. Now, what did you think about what Lil Duval said? And a lot of people
The
blaming us.
backlash for the Breakfast Club.
Oh, it's no backlash for you. Don't even entertain that. You mean the transgender community can turn themselves inside out, become women, become men, step out of their rim, and someone else tries to say something. First of all, Charlamagne and the Breakfast Club said nothing against the transgender community.
And I will say
don't
this,
understand-
I think, first of all,
Thank
what
you,
I
Mama.
have learned from this whole situation is that everybody does need some more understanding, and people aren't educated enough about it. So I have learned that because from reading people's comments, I was more appalled by that than anything.
Hello, who's this?
Yeah, my name is Twin.
Twin, what's up, bro? What's your opinion, man?
My opinion, well, for one, I am part of the LGBT community. I am a gay man.
Okay.
And I actually follow you guys, for years, man. And one thing that's bothering me is how everybody's coming at Charlamagne like he's not for the LGBT community. Like, he's so much for it, and everybody call him gay, which
Right.
is like the funny thing to me. And it's like Lil Duval was totally out of line for what he said, but you guys shouldn't be held responsible for what Lil Duval said.
But did we not check Duval immediately when he said that?
Yeah, as soon as he said that, like immediately, you said, "Man, you can't say that."
I don't understand. Whatever. You're right.
And then, I mean, I guess everybody mad because you was laughing, but I mean, the was funny. I mean,
No,
it was funny.
I was not laughing at him talking about killing the killing
at
part.
all.
I laughed when Envy held up the book and Duval looked at Janet Mock and said that doing his thing.
Yeah, said the nigga had a good career. Yeah, that is the part that you laughed.
That was I laughed. I'm sorry. I thought that was funny.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
thanks for
it
your
was
call, bro.
right. And even when people like running up on you at the protest, like if they're gonna run up on you and try to protest, there's a certain way that you do it. You don't show up, start screaming and calling people ass. You gotta have an intelligent conversation, especially when you open the floor and open a conversation to have an intelligent conversation.
And we invited them up here, but they didn't want to come. They declined.
I want the record to show that Lil Duval did clean it up, and Lil Duval said, "But you can't go around killing transgenders."
I'm not
Duval."
gonna kill transgenders. I didn't say. See, here you go trying to flip my words. I didn't say I'm gonna kill transgenders. I said if one did that to me,
If you had sex with one and then they didn't,
and they
reveal it
didn't
was a
tell
boy.
me, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm probably gonna want to kill them.
And I just want to say he cleaned it up after I specifically said you can't go around killing transgenders.
Right.
Okay?
All right. Well, what's the moral of the story, guys?
The moral of the story is accept responsibility for your actions, be accountable for your results, take ownership of your mistakes. I'm saying all that to say I'm not apologizing for the words of another man, okay? Especially when we condemn the words he said. I don't get credit when guests come up here and say things y'all agree with, so don't give me credit when guests come up here and say things y'all disagree with. If I had said any of those statements Lil Duval said, then yeah, I would own up to it, but that wasn't me.
But I will say, let's all use this as a teachable moment to try to educate ourselves more on the transgender community.
Yeah, but
I just want to make sure at least let's get something positive out of it.
But everybody has to be willing to learn. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when you're trying to hold the Breakfast Club accountable for something somebody else said, that lets me know that you're misfiring your energy off top.
But for everybody in general, at least get something out of this, which is educate yourself. Pick up Janet Mock's book, Surpassing Certainty.
She unfollowed you on Twitter.
Yeah, she unfollowed you on Twitter, yeah.
I know you want to. Ain't no need to promote her book. She unfollowed you.
But she was in my.
I
Listen. I did her book for the book club, and the reason I did that was because I wanted people to understand more what she went through.
And I thought that was a great interview when she came up here because all the questions that Charlamagne and I asked, she was very knowledgeable and was able to explain a lot of things which helped us out.
And once again, out of context, I can understand why people were mad at you for holding up the book, but I brought her up earlier on in the conversation
that was the reason, because he didn't
with
know who
Duval.
she was.
You didn't just do it out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was explaining to him how Janet Mock said that her first partner she was with, she never disclosed that she used to be a man, but she has disclosed that she was a man to all her other partners.
Right, she didn't think that was right.
Yeah, so it wasn't that Envy just held the book up for no reason, but you know, I'm not making no excuses for what Duval said, because Duval doubled down on Instagram.
Yeah,
he meant what he said, and that's how he feels, but I will not be held accountable